Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is John with Addicted to Fishing, and today we're going to talk about a new rod that I picked up. I've had it on the water now, and I've gotten some time in on it. I can give you guys my first impressions on it. I haven't seen any videos. Well, I'm sorry. I've seen one review video on this rod. We're going to go over it. I wrote down some of the specs. But anyway, today we're talking about the Bass Pro Shop's Johnny Morris Carbonlite. This is the technique specific, and this one happens to be the Super Finesse. It's a 6'9" light, fast action, rated 2 to 8 pounds, 1/16 to 1/4 ounce. Really nice, slick reel or rod. I have that paired up with a Shimano Mirabelle. I have Yozuri Super Braid with some Trilene Sensation as my leader line. And I feel between the two and this rod, I get a lot of really good sensitivity out of it. It handles fish very well. You can see here one of the features on this reel is this what they call skeleton air reel seat. And it gives you a lot more sensitivity since you can feel the blank through it. Has a nice hook keeper on it. Pretty nice Fiji, what they call a Fiji fast light guide. It's a really, really light in hand, really super finessey rod. We'll give you some of the specs on it straight off of Bass Pro's website. Rated for 2 to 8 pound line, 1/16 to 1/4 ounce is the lure weight. The rod is made of their carbon coil technology, which is RT4 graphite. Again, the Fiji Fast Light guides, wind grips, the skeletal air reel seat, and it comes with a 10-year warranty. On these Carbonlite technique-specific rods, you have this one, the Super Finesse. They offer a drop shot and a wacky. I picked these up for under. I picked this one up for under $100. I believe they're regular $120 or $120.99. And I'm here to tell you, in that price point, especially the under $100, this is a really, really great rod. Paired up with that CI4 light Mirabelle reel. I mean, this thing is super, super lightweight, which was really important for me for where I'm going fishing most of the time. I do a little bit of walking, and I wanted something super light to carry. The braid, the Sensolite line. Let me see if I have some of that line out here handy so I can show you guys. What I've got paired up on there. Again, I'm using the dark green Yozuri Super Braid. This happens to be 10 pound. And then I paired that up on my leader, tied a double uni, 8 pound Trilene Sensation. It is a high sensitivity nylon copolymer. I've really, really enjoyed that line for bottom contact. And when I'm really trying to get the most out of the sensitivity. I can't really show this rod off too well in this room, just because of the height. You can see I was fishing it a little juggle minnow, and inside there I have the tush finesse head. Fishing that in the little ponds was great. These guides, I really like the design on the guides. I really like these Fiji guides. Again, it's super sensitive. The sensitivity for $100 rod, you're really not going to beat it. I think that skeletal air, as they call it, Reel seat helps that, as you're getting that feel from the blank. It's comfortable in hand, super lightweight. I was throwing a finesse Carolina rig on it as well. We go ahead and put it back in the rear in the rod cover, because I wanted to not only see what kind of finesse power application like a small swim bait would feel like. I also wanted to see, of course, that braid to that Carbonlite nylon copolymer line helps out with that sensitivity. But throwing out a small Carolina rig really worked out fine for me. No issues whatsoever. I put together a little terminal tackle box. It's got a few different things in it. I'll show you what I had rigged up, just to give you guys a real comparison. Let me find the weights that I was using. I just had a regular 1/0 hook on a Helgermite, but I bought these off of Amazon. You can find these on Temu or AliExpress as well. Something very similar. This is like a it says 0 gram, but I think they were a little bit heavier than 0 gram. Anyway, it's just a little center slide weight. I need to kind of pull back on as many of those that I've got in the little terminal box. I've just kind of been setting up, getting ready. We've had a lot of rain here. Haven't been able to get out on the water for 2 weeks. Don't know how much I'll be able to get out next week. But anyway, I had the super finesse rod lined up with a little 1/0 hook at a Helgermite. I thought I had one laying out here. And apparently, I don't have it out. But anyway, it was just a little tiny Helgermite. Let me see if I've got that rig in another box. As you guys have seen, I've done some unboxings, pulling out some of this stuff. I might find a Helgermite, because I actually had cut it off. Had it sitting on my table here where I do all my filming. And I showed that late season chaos that I usually have. That late season chaos has come early this year. I don't see that Helgermite. Anyway, you guys have seen the Helgermites in the past. Let me see if I've got one. Look at a couple spots here. Oh, actually, I have it. This is the one I was actually throwing. The little Helgermite, I think this is, yep, it's just an owner hook. Put the Helgermite on there. I don't necessarily want it perfectly straight, just so it goes through the water a little easier. I did throw some of the bigger Helgermites on it, the Bass Pro Shop. And I don't have those handy. But I did throw those to see how they worked out, how the bottom sensitivity is. It worked out really well. The pond I was throwing it in is really grassy. There isn't a lot other than a mud bottom and a grass for me to feel. But as I was pulling that through, I felt every little nibble. I was getting a lot of bluegill bites. It's kind of early yet for my part of the country for the bass to be up on the spawn. Usually in that particular pond, once they do start pulling up, I blast them pretty well on the Helgermite. But anyway, guys, I wanted to give you a quick breakdown on that rod. There's a lot of information out there on Bass Pro Shops about it. Kind of talks about the rod in a little more detail. I'm not going to go over all the specs. While I do look at the specs, the main things I'm looking at when I'm going out to buy a rod is first and foremost is what the lightest and the heaviest load is that the rod will handle, because that way it depends. You know, like that little super finesse rod, I'm not going to pull out a swim bait to tie on. It's just not made to throw that. But so I'm looking for stuff, especially in this instance where I was looking for something to be able to throw some super finesse stuff on. I did throw also the Scamper rig with a small fluke. You know, obviously it wasn't the big super fluke, but I had some smaller fluke style baits that are, you know, in about the 3-inch. And I threw that real light Scamper rig on it. And I thought that super finesse rod did a fantastic job with that. Again, that's basically what I'm going to be throwing that on. Yeah, I'm really impressed with that rod. Some of the heavier stuff that I have, I've got some other rods that I could throw a little bit heavier stuff on. I'll throw some bevy shads on it, the little tiny bevy shads, little minnow jerk baits. I think those would do perfect on that rod. Again, I'm not looking for that rod's not really looking to be necessarily a bigger moving bait style. I'm looking for more bottom contact. It'll be little lightweight jigs with curly tails on the back, or little swim baits. You know, little small super finesse stuff. I think that rod fits that bill perfectly. If you're looking for something that's got a great sensitivity for around that $100 ballpark, you know, I bought it on sale. Watch for the sales at Bass Pro Shop. I think it was during their spring fishing classic or the spring fishing sale, whichever they just recently had ran. And you get that rod for $20-$30 off. It's extremely hard to beat for under $100 in my opinion. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown on that rod. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I know the video was kind of short. But again, there's not many videos out there on that rod, so I wanted to get one out there on it, give you guys my first take on it, my impressions. As the season goes along, maybe we'll revamp that. So anyway, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. Hit the notification bell. Give my videos a thumbs up. Help me spread this channel. Like, comment, share, do all the good stuff, guys. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.